This is going to be kind of like a get ready with me video, but while I'm getting ready, I'm going to be talking about why getting my autism diagnosis made such a difference in my life and what it's done for me so far. Honestly, suddenly getting monetized on my channel kind of takes me back to the beginning. It took over 2 years to get to this point, but it's been a journey, and I didn't know I would learn so much about myself. I didn't know that I would connect with people and build a community and be a part of a community and learn so much from you guys. I'm so grateful for this community, and I just want to say thank you. I appreciate the interaction that you give on this channel, and I appreciate you. That's why I enjoy doing this so much, because of you. This is real, and this is life, and this is not something you're going to find in your textbooks when you're learning about autism. So I think it's important for all of us. I just want to say, whether you choose to get a diagnosis or not is up to you. For me, it was a personal decision, and I like labels. It was just something that I really was desiring and wanting. And I know in some countries that it's hard to get in, and it can take years. I'm in the United States. It took me a few months being on the list to wait. So I know that makes a difference, but this is kind of just my take on what it did for me and the choice that I made because I wanted to get an official diagnosis. But I totally respect those that choose other ways and other means. And if you know, you know. And I don't have a problem with that. And we're all part of the same community.
Getting an autism diagnosis has really helped me feel normal. I feel normal. I'm autistic normal. I always felt like such an oddball, all of my years. Even now, I still feel like an oddball when I go places. But getting that autistic diagnosis made me feel more normal. I'm normal for an autistic person. Because when you get an autism diagnosis, you will go on a roller coaster of how you feel about it. You'll question even if you really do have autism. Did the person who tested you get it right? You go through a roller coaster of emotions. But after you get through all of that, however long it takes you, for me it took 3 years, then you can start to feel better, much, much better about yourself. And you can see the things about yourself that you like, the things about you that make you unique. You will appreciate maybe your ability to hyperfocus and to do things other people don't seem to do, or details other people don't seem to notice. I don't think I would have such a great Etsy shop if I didn't have that extreme attention to detail and to know what to create and how to do it and have the ability to do it. And somebody asked me recently, they said, how do you work full time? You're a mother, a wife, you have an Etsy shop, you have a YouTube channel. How do you do it all? Well, my answer is because my ability to hyperfocus on those things that I want to do, that I'm really headstrong about, my hobbies, editing videos, making things, creating things. I have been a content creator my entire life, even before it was called a content creator. And I'm able to do it because I push myself to do it. And it does have drawbacks for me. It can result in me not taking care of my personal hygiene, me not keeping my house clean. Yes, in the video you don't see a lot of mess, but open my closets, my drawers, everything that's behind closed doors is an absolute mess and disaster. It needs to be dealt with. But it's not one of my hobbies. It's not one of my special interests, so therefore I don't deal with it. Maybe one day extreme cleaning will be a hobby. But it really is something I need to work on, and really something I struggle with. And it's just been proven that having clutter in your house can affect you as an autistic person. And it can make us very unhappy, and it has to be dealt with. But I feel like since my diagnosis, I can be myself more. I feel like at work, I'm more comfortable being myself, and I know who I am. And I feel like I can start to only now understand friendships that I'm making. I have made some wonderful friends, and they're all online, but it matters, and it's to me it's the same as if it was an in-person relationship. It's just as important and just as valid. If it's creating feelings of happiness in my life, that counts as a friendship. And it goes both ways. It's this reciprocal kind of friendship. I also don't beat myself up anymore after breakdowns. I used to call them meltdowns or shutdowns. If I have a shutdown, I don't go so hard on myself about it, because I know that it's just part of the autism and that I'll be okay. And I know what strategies to use, such as stimming and going to be by myself and letting my family know. They can probably know by looking at my face. They already know. They can see the look on my face. They know when I've had enough. And I can be okay with that. And I don't have to apologize anymore for breakdowns, because it's just a part of my life. And I'm not going to apologize for something that I can't help. I also give myself permission to say no to social things, knowing what it can cause for me. And it's not worth it to feel the way I feel when I attend certain social events. I've told myself I'm not going to funerals anymore, unless it's an immediate family member. I'm not going to put myself through that, because it's just too much mental harm for myself that I can't handle. And I have learned how to say no and just focus on the relationships and the way I want to. Another thing I've come to understand since my diagnosis is my sensitivities to things, what I'm hypersensitive, what I'm hyposensitive to. I have learned that when I'm anxious, that those senses get heightened for me and can be even worse. So I know that now. It's not something I knew over the years. I've only learned that over the last couple years. I have learned that I am not alone. And there are a lot of people out there that understand what it's like to be autistic. And you guys have taught me that I'm not alone, and you're not alone, and we connect and understand what we're going through. We may be living in a world that just wasn't created for us, but we are making our own way, and we are figuring out strategies to be successful in what we do and be happy and have meaningful lives just like everybody else. We are learning how much value we bring to the world and how important we are, and how our viewpoint can help shape the world as well. And I think that the world is starting to understand autism even just a little bit better as we are speaking out, and they can see our videos and what life is like for us. People can understand autism better and understand it's a whole spectrum. It's a whole wide spectrum of people with different levels of autism, just managing the best we can and learning about ourselves and growing. And yes, we can be mothers and fathers, and we can be wives and husbands, and we can have successful businesses, and we can be happy, and we can thrive in life. I bring a unique perspective to the world, and you bring a unique perspective to the world. I am valuable, and you are valuable.
Besides lipstick, that's it. That's it. That's my short, easy routine for getting ready. Less than 5 minutes of makeup. Don't even bother with mascara anymore. Don't even like touching my eyes, lashes, or eyes. Can't handle that. So I just don't do it anymore, and I'm much happier. I should have done that years ago. So comment down below, what have you learned since your autism diagnosis? And thanks for watching this video. Bye.